my Scrappy friends. Today we're going to scrapbook on our challenge with Cork. So I'm going to use these pictures here with my grandson, and this is play day at school. And this is boys at play, but I won't be able to use that because the girl he's playing tetherball with is, not a boy. So yeah, I won't be able to use that, but I think I'll be able to use some of the others. I'm going to make my own cork out of that and that. Spring and summer cork set and that. Or maybe just one, I don't know yet. And I'm going to use these cork arrows. I'm going to use, I think these are called Cole's Alphabet from Lawn Fawn. Thinking about using this one right here. Love this. Memento black ink. And I have these, and I'm thinking about trying to use one of them. And I have these letter stickers. So yeah, I've got several things. And this is left over from Kit. But I've got this yellow to match his shirt as an accent. And then I've got this piece, and it's two-sided. So I think I'm going to cut out the middle on it. But I'm going to do a process video, so hope you stick around. And I'm going to have a giveaway. Yeah, just a little one, not very big. Since it is, the challenge is to make something with cork, a layout with cork, I'm going to give away this little package. And I've got some of the cork sheets that I use in the layout, some of the kind that from there, the plain one, and then there was the spring and the fall. And I am also going to give away stamps to stamp on the plain, and well, you can stamp on the stripe too. I've done that before too. So, or the printed, whatever, yeah. Anyway, you can stamp on them too. And here's some alphabet stamps to go, because you can do them. And then I have these that's already made in case you don't want to make your own. And also these I made, and it's double-sided. I have stamped on this one. I just punched out. I had a 1-inch punch and punched out of the Halloween, the fall one, and the others I stamped. And here's some die cuts, and then there's more die cuts on the back and some more stamping on the back. But that's the little giveaway, and all you have to do is leave a comment below and say that you like making layouts with cork too. And I hope you hop over to our Facebook channel, our Facebook page, and check it out. It's Scrappy Challenges. On with the layout. Glad you stuck around. And I'm just showing there that I cut a chunk out of the back because I want to use a striped on the front. And that's the leftover part from my other layout, and I wanted to use it on this one. And there's a stripe paper that I cut out, and I'm backing it with yellow because my grandson's shirt's yellow, and I wanted to bring a little yellow out in the layout. Not a whole lot. The colors that I'm using they're not quite brown. They're kind of like in between a brown and a gray, and I thought it would work pretty good for a playground layout. And that's my grandson. And this is play day at his school, and he is playing tetherball with a friend of his. And so, of course, I snapped a few pictures, and one he actually posed for, and that's the one, of course, in the middle. But, yeah, he had a yellow shirt on. A lot of kids had a yellow shirt on that day. The play day shirt was yellow. He didn't have one on, though. And there's the die cuts with a view cork, and this is the plain cork. Tongue-tied there a little bit. And I do have the spring pack and the fall and Halloween pack. And some of it has adhesive on the back and some of it don't. And you will see me getting confused. I will be trying to pull the backing off of some that don't have it. And I'll be trying to put adhesive on some that does have it. But I think I get a little better before the end. But I do have problems with it. And here I got that stamp upside down. But here I'm using Tuxedo Black ink. I would have used Stays On, but it was completely dried out, my black was. And so I thought, well, I'll try the Memento Tuxedo Black, and it does not work near as well. So for the giveaway, I used Stays On that was Timber Brown. It's really a dark brown, and so it was dark enough that it looked black. And here I'm just trimming around these, and as you can see, that one isn't very dark at all, but you can't hardly stamp it twice. And here, this is really stuck good, so I cut that out. I had a hard time pulling those pages out. They were stuck very good on there. That one that's just plain, it wasn't in a tablet form. It come individual anyway, so it was a lot better. And I decided to cut some banners out to put in the upper right-hand corner. And like I said, some of it has adhesive and some of it does not. The fall is the one that doesn't have adhesive. And so, yeah. But I didn't use any yellow up there, and then I began to wish I used yellow, so you'll see me work a little bit of the yellow in with it. And there was where I was confused, and I tried to remember which ones don't and which ones do, and that one does. I think that was the spring one. And I'm using my tiny attacher there. I wanted to put one little staple in there. And somehow I end up pushing that up in a minute where it's kind of out of view, but you will see the little cluster at the end because I do end up adding a few things to it. And that says full speed ahead on that stamp, and here's where I add yellow. And I just cut a rectangle around it, and then I use my corner chopper and cut the corners to match, and then I'm going to use my my smash pen to go around the edges of it and outline it to kind of make it match the other sign. And I just kind of free-formed it. But yeah, I like that because it did add a little bit of yellow up to the upper grouping. And see, I tried to put adhesive on that and realized, no, that was one that had adhesive, so I pulled the backing off. But you will see me get confused some more because I forget which ones are which. And I decided to, because I had that round one that I stamped, I decided to make like a ribbon, because he did win a couple of ribbons that day. However, his mama has those, not me, so they can't go on my scrapbook page. But I am going to put one here as a remembrance of him winning a couple of ribbons that day. I believe it was like an egg, where they hold the egg in a teaspoon and make, run, and the whole team won. I mean, it was a relay, so there were several that won. And that's Cole's Alphabet by Lon Fawn, and I cut them out using different colors, and I put Play Day, but at the end, I made this layout one week in the video, and then when I uploaded the video and started working on it, I realized that I didn't have no pictures. So I went back in and took pictures, and of course I thought about a few things that I should have done during the week, and so I put fun on there, and then I add a couple other things you'll see in the pictures at the end. But so my title's going to be Play Day Fun when it's all said and done, yeah. And here I'm doing my banner, and as you can tell that's sticky back, that one is, and my fingers get all sticky from it. And I go to put it down, and I think I want it standing up a little bit. So here I tried to pull them off. Do not pull them off. They're thin and they start to tear if you pull on them at all, and it's sticky at all. But I add the foam adhesive, and I did add a couple instead of just one because that is kind of thin foam adhesive. And because I did add that, I went ahead and you'll see me pulling out my powder tool to go around the edges so they won't stick. and they'll stand out. But yeah, I finally got it done, even though I didn't plan ahead exactly on how to do it. And these are some Amy Tan puffy stickers, and I added the notebook, since he is at school, and XOXO to add a little more yellow. It's a different shade, but it still looks good. And there is Instagram, and I got them from Etsy, a flare for buttons, and I'll put it up in the upper cluster on the right, but like I said, somehow it gets out of frame and I don't notice it, so you'll have to see that at the end. And those are those little puffy stickers. I think they go for a planner, but I thought several of them I could probably use, and what I don't use, my daughter does have a planner, and that yellow didn't go well, and so I took it off. And I thought I'd add maybe one of them because, they're hitting the ball and there's like pow and boom, and the colors didn't go, so they didn't make it on the layout either. And here's some enamel. I don't know if you call them dots because they're kind of different shaped, but I thought I'd put them on there instead of just the enamel dots. And I'm having trouble here because, I had the sticky back on my fingers, and I guess I had a little adhesive on my fingers, and so, I have trouble adding them because they want to stick to my fingers instead of whatever I'm wanting to stick them to. And that's basic gray letters, and I decided to add the school on there, and I thought about adding it there, but I decided to do it at the bottom. My grandkids go to different schools because they live in different areas of town. And of course, there's like the kindergarten center, and then grade school, and then 5th and 6th grade center, and then the junior high and the high school. And I thought, I might forget which school. They probably won't, but I might. So I decided to make sure I put which school that he was at. And here I decided to add some twine, and it's yellow. And I tried to add it in another place on the layout and had trouble. But after a set's a week, I figure out a way to add it. So that little triangle sign there, I end up punching holes in it and just thread the twine through it. But you will see me try to add it to it in a few minutes, and it don't work out very well because I didn't like any way that I had it. But punching the holes in there worked, and it come up pretty good. I did tear it just a tiny bit, but I set it right back down on where it was tore, and you can't even tell it because a little chunk just fit right back in there. And there, I wanted to make sure I got it straight. Like I said, it's kind of faded. If you use stays on, it don't. And you've seen the little giveaway. Those do look much better because it does have stays on them. And here I am working with it and give up. I think, okay, this isn't working. I don't like it, so I'll just leave it off. And you can see the space between Playday and it, and that's where I put the fun. It just fits perfectly. Like it knew it was going to be there sooner or later. And I have Love This there, and I end up putting boy beneath it. So Love This Boy. And there, like I said, I think I'm done with my layout, and I'm totally not. And here's my completed layout, Playday Fun, and the little twine on the triangle, and the boy under Love This. But make sure you put, if you want to get in the drawing, put you like using cork on your layouts, or if you've never used cork on your layouts, just put, I'd like to use cork on my layouts, and I'll put you in the drawing. Like I said, it's just a little one, and give you a chance to play with some cork and make your own, or use the ones that's already made. And there's the Playday Fun, and you can see where I put the twine in there, and it actually worked out that way. At least I was happy with it. And there's the one little cluster that you couldn't see up there because it was out of sight. Yeah, I goofed. And the full speed ahead and the Instagram. But come over and check out our Facebook page. It's Scrappy Challenges. And also check out the other videos. I'll leave links for Megan's, Jennifer's, Kay's, and Christine's. So all their links will be below because they're doing the challenge too. Check out and see how they use their cork. Thanks for watching. Bye.